The important fantasy stats to know from week 9. The top 6 fantasy running backs in total volume on the week. 6 to include Munungai, Dowdle at number 4, and CMC yet again, top 3. And number 1 was Chase Brown. A big part of that was Samaje Perine going down injury, so he played basically every snap. These last 3 games with Flacco, their receiving is on par to what it was last year as a starter, and the Bengals defense is the worst in the century. And number 2 was Etienne. He had 5 goal line attempts. That's the most in a single game this year by anybody, and he didn't score. So both good and bad. The Rico Dowdle coach talk, it was true. That starting workload, the exact same basically as it was in the first 2 games that he started. He has been the overall RB1 in fantasy for those 3 games. The first 2, really easy matchups, but this one wasn't. The most disappointing stat of week 9, Tyrone Tracy, after getting 80% of the RB2 work, goes down to 44%. They were completely 50-50. The routes were 50-50, and to make it worse, Singletary got every red zone snap. Sadly, the split for Justin Herbert with Joe Alt, his left tackle, and without him is pretty drastic, and it's a pretty decent sample size, about half the season with each. Tons of that touchdown regression to the mean happened yesterday. Jalen Warren, Bowers, CMC, Justin Jefferson. Based on the numbers, the next 2 would be Vidal and Ted McMillan. Through 6 quarters, Olave's target share with Shuck has dropped from 31% to 18%. Kareem Hunt, not only was his RB touch percentage over 70%, but his snaps were above 80%. He was running the routes over Brashard Smith. It wasn't the ceiling day, but Henderson had the most snaps by a New England running back on the year. He had tied for the most opportunities with 20, but again, didn't get the red zone work. And lastly, a few wide receiver waiver options. Alec Pierce, he's been top 12 in targets this month, has had 60 yards in 5 out of 6 games. Torrey Horton, amazing in college. The only reason he wasn't drafted higher was because of injury. So with no Cup, they're exposed to play upside. He's like Rashid Shaheed in this offense. And Parker Washington, everybody in Jacksonville's hurt.